Okay, here we are in installment number 3 of my 3-part series on updating 2024, and in this installment we're going to talk about the plans for the rest of 2024. And I have my trusty notes to refer to, and I thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, watch installment number 1, which talks about the fish that were added so far in 2024, and the fish I hope to add in the rest of the year. And installment number 2, which talks about the equipment that's been added to the fish room in 2024 and my thoughts about that equipment. So catch installments number 1 and 2, and this is installment number 3 on what I hope to accomplish on the rest, during the rest of 2024. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The plans are pretty straightforward, and these are the objectives for 2024. I want to add an auto top-off unit like the one that I have running under the 210 gallon on the sump that is under the 300 gallon. That's going to save me some work between water changes, in that it will keep the sump running at the right level, and then I can just top off the auto top-off the auto top-off container when I do water changes. So that is a plan, and one of you suggested that Higer has an auto top-off that works off of an optical. In other words, it has an optic inside the sump that measures water level, and when that water level gets below that, maybe it's a light beam or electrical current, when it gets below that level, it will then activate a pump that is sitting inside of your reservoir and fill up the sump. So I'm going to be looking into that. I'll contact Higer. Higer's been very good to me in the past, and I'll offer to do a review on that unit, and I'm sure they'll come through and probably send one out to me. So an auto top off for the 300 gallon, that's on the plan. I also need to do a tank swap. This is going to be a big project, but I've got to get the 255 gallons, which have broken top braces. The braces on both of them failed, and I'm going to go ahead and replace those tanks with some battleships, some tanks that are being custom made by my friends over in Dixon, Tennessee, glass cages. So that swap out is going to be quite a project. I'll be sharing with you how that occurs. Now, once I take those 255 gallons, the old ones, I will go ahead and, and I've transferred the fish and everything over, I will go ahead and try and swap out the top brace on those 55 gallons. One of you gave me a lead on a company that makes replacement braces, and so I'll try and pop those braces off and put a new one on and see how that works, and maybe be able to use those tanks, maybe create a big stand that can hold 4 55-gallon tanks, and that way I can use those tanks again there, or maybe sell those tanks on Craigslist. It's about $18 to $25 per brace, which is a lot cheaper than buying a new 55-gallon. So we'll see how that occurs. And I'm going to also, as part of the whole process, I do want to create a situation where my red tear can perhaps switch over to a 60-gallon. I have a 60-gallon aquarium, an acrylic aquarium, that was originally intended to be the sump tank for the 300-gallon, but I couldn't get it under the tank, and I didn't want to cut a hole in the side of the stand. So I have that 60-gallon acrylic. I'll probably turn that into the aquarium for the red tear, and then add eventually a female and keep her in there with a divider in the aquarium, so the two of them will be separated, able to kind of sense each other, but not be able to attack. The male will not. The much bigger male will not be able to attack the female. So, and we'll see where that goes. But that 60-gallon acrylic, I want to get that into the mix. It's just a big, beautiful tank, and it's been sitting here in the fish room for too long, and I just want to get that one going. Those are some of the objectives in 2024, along with turning the 90-gallon into a discus tank, figuring out what to do with the fish that are in there now, maybe those will go into the 60 gallon, the fish that are in the 90, and then the 90 will turn into a discus tank, and the 55 will get divided and be a male and female red tear tank. So there's a lot of things going on in my head apart from the usual things that I need to do in here to create more space, reinforce cabinets, make sure I have the electrical requirements, heating and cooling, things of that nature. There's always something to do here in the fish room, and I'm able to do it because of your support, because you folks have become monthly supporters through the Patreon program. You subscribe, you hit that bell, you give videos thumbs up, and you join me on Saturday for the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. All that creates excitement for YouTube, and they start to recommend the channel, and the channel continues to grow, and all of that helps to fund what I'm doing here in the fish room. So a big thank you to all of you, and if you would like to subscribe, hit me in the mug right up here, and that'll help a lot. And if you'd like my best tips, go ahead and click on that playlist. There's lots of videos there for you to watch. All right, thank you, my friends. I really appreciate you joining me on this series, and that's it for me. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.